Hi guys, how are you doing today? It feels so good to be on your screen again. And today I want to talk about things I wish I knew about love before getting attached. Things I wish I knew about love before getting attached. I used to think that love is about how deeply connected you are to another person. I used to think that love was about intensity. I used to think that love is love, regardless of what you're going through. You experience love and you feel love. You don't have to like the person, you don't have to have a reason to love the person. You just have to give love as it comes. And I used to think that love was how much care you can give, how much you're willing to give, what you're willing to do. But attachment taught me otherwise. One of the things I wish I knew is that attention is not the same thing as intention. Someone can text you every day and still have no plans to settle down with you. Someone can call you every day and still have an ulterior motive. So attention is not the same thing as intention. Someone can make you feel special and still not choose you consistently. So if you're thinking that attention is the same thing as intention, you're getting it all wrong. Love is revealed in patterns and not in moments. You could experience love, it could be infatuations, it could be I like this person for this reason. But if you're not intentional about a particular person, you cannot claim to love them. Another thing I wish I knew is that chemistry can make you ignore incompatibility. You might not be compatible with that person, but because you have a chemistry, because you feel like I like this person, we vibe, I understand that we are together because we both love the same kind of movies, the same kind of music, we vibe, we connect. You'll be losing touch with compatibility because you just feel like I already love this person and that is enough. One thing I want you to know is that just because it feels good does not mean that it is actually good. Just because you connect emotionally does not mean that this person is the right person for you. We connect with people emotionally on different levels. For example, if you go to see a movie in the cinema and the movie is quite emotional, you and your next neighbor might be crying and holding hands. That does not mean that you know this person. You just vibed at that point emotionally. And that you connect emotionally to someone does not mean that your values align. And no amount of potential can beat consistency. I also wish I understood that love shouldn't cost you your peace of mind. Because you're in love, you don't have to lose your peace. If you're constantly anxious, constantly overthinking things, constantly in fear of, I don't want my partner or the person I'm with to be angry, or questioning where you stand with that person, that is not love. That is your immune system asking you for safety, asking you to leave that relationship or friendship, asking you to run for your life. Before getting attached, I wish that I know that clarity is kindness. If somebody is unsure about you, believe them. If they're confused about choosing you or choosing another person, believe them. Do not stay there because you feel like he's just confused. She's just confused. You'll be hurting yourself in the process. And one thing I had realized is that commitment is not an audition. You don't have to audition for somebody to be committed to you. Being committed to you means this person intentionally chose you. If somebody's action is confusing to you, that confusion is your answer. Is your answer and your cue to leave before it's too late. Getting attached to somebody is not nice. I've been there because on a normal day, what you will not take, you will take it though because you're already attached to this person. You see yourself holding on to a love that is not even there in the first place. You don't need to earn love by shrinking yourself. You don't even need to earn love. Love is choosing a particular person constantly, regardless of how you feel, regardless of what is going on with you. You chose this person through thick and thin. Another hard truth is that you cannot love somebody into loving you back. What I mean is, no matter how much love you give to somebody, it doesn't mean they have to reciprocate it if they don't want to. So you can't love somebody and expect them to love you back the way you're loving them. Patience doesn't erase the fact that somebody is not ready to be with you. At some point, there was a point in my life where I was waiting for somebody to be ready to love me. Crazy, right? Don't get me wrong. we were in a talking stage, or what do we call it now? We both knew what we wanted, but this person was just not ready for commitment. Wasn't ready for consistency. Color me shocked why I said I want to wait for this person to eat so that we could continue where we stopped. At that point, I knew it was not being realistic. I was still willing to want to give it a shot. And that is not love. And I've come to learn that attachment grows when you ignore your own boundaries, when you ignore the red flags, when you ignore things that should not be normal to you are now getting to be normal. That is wrong because all you care about is wanting to be with that person and not wanting to actually enjoy what it feels like to be in love. And there are different things that attachment does to you. You lose touch with reality. You grow to be peaceful. I'm not saying being peaceful is bad, but because you don't want the person to get angry, you choose silence. You choose to be peaceful. You don't talk about your pain. You don't talk about how hurt you are when they do something, but because you have the fear of losing that person, you just feel like, I don't want to say anything before he will say he's no longer interested in me. That is not love. That is you just wasting your time because love is meant to be enjoyed between two people. Even when things are shaky, you're confident that this is my person. Even if he's angry at the moment, it's still coming back so that we have a conversation. But let me give you a scenario where you're the one trying to love this person and they don't love you back. And there's like a rift. Do you think that same person will come back and tell you, oh, I was wrong? They will see it as, she is looking for me, he's looking for me, so why should I be the one to apologize for somebody that needs me? But the biggest thing I think I wish I knew before getting attached is that love is meant to be your safe space. It's meant to be where you feel safe to talk about anything at all. It's where you feel at peace. It's where you know that this person is my person. No matter what is going on, I can easily confide in this person and I will not feel as if I'm betraying myself and my trust. Don't get me wrong, love is not perfect. It's not even meant. Love was not designed to be perfect. You can say it like that. Love is designed to be your safe space where you can communicate, where you feel at peace, where you can trust the other party without feeling guilty, where you can be yourself without performing, where you can feel at ease, where you can rest. Love is beautiful. So if you're doing everything opposite of what is expected to be love, you are not going to have your peace. All of these things I've learned has now made me more slower to accepting love. I don't know if that's a good thing, but it has brought me to the point where I analyze things before I jump into it. I don't assume things. I will let you define things with me, and I won't just assume and start building a love that's not there. Oftentimes, we take infatuations as love, we take people's action as love. If they do not say it with their mouth, do not start creating ideas in your head. You're like that, you hear something like, it's my crush, I know he likes me, I'm waiting for him to say I love you, I'm waiting for her to see me in this light. No, except someone say to you directly that I love you, I want to be with you. Do not start creating memories in your head. Do not start creating fantasies in your head, because at the end of the day, you are going to hurt yourself. And trust me, if I've known all of this before now, I'll choose slower connections. I would choose for us to ease into the love. There's this happiness that comes when love happens and then you both are easing into it. You both are being friends. You both are your peace. If I had known this earlier, I would have had better questions to ask. Where are we going with this? What are we doing in the next few years? Where do you see this relationship? I would have asked better questions. A lot of us are in love, but we are not asking the right questions. Some of us, some of you, I don't want to say us now because me, I've removed myself. But let me just say some of us are just happy being with this person, but that is not sufficient, because are you seeing your future with that person, or you're just living in the fantasy of seeing that cute face, seeing that beautiful lady, seeing that, oh, that person is my person? Are you thinking about the future? When things are bad, when things are good, do you think this person is still your person? So I will leave you with this. You don't have to lose yourself to keep anybody. The right kind of love will feel safe, mutual, and beautiful. And you will not have to convince somebody to choose you. And that is all I have to say today. I hope you pick 1 or 2 things from it. Until I see you next time.